Hi everyone! Good to see you again. So welcome to today's live event. Today, I want to introduce you to the foods and the divine light spot to enhance your immune system so that it will help you to build up healthy and strong body, mind, and spirit. In order to prevent infectious diseases, yes, it is important not only to prevent the virus from entering your body by washing your hands, but also to enhance your immunity to quickly fight the invading virus. So today, we are going to talk about very important divine light spot you can give yourself at home, and also a very delicious, simple Japanese dish you can also prepare at home that will help enhance your immunity. So today's class is going to be very interesting and important for you. In the last segment of the class, we will show how to prepare this dish. It is said that the intestinal environment and immunity are closely related. There are immune cells that eliminate pathogenic bacteria and viruses in our body. And it is said that about 70% of the immune cells in the body are concentrated in the intestine. It is also the intestine that synthesizes happiness hormones such as serotonin and dopamine. 95% of serotonin, which is closely related to sleep hormones, is made in the intestine as well. So, by adjusting the intestinal environment, you can improve your immunity and rejuvenate your mind and body. Then, what is a good intestinal environment? A good intestinal stagnation is an intestine where ideal stools are refreshed every day. So then, what is an ideal stools? 1, 2, or 3 bananas size? It is about the same hardness as toothpaste and defecate smoothly. No offensive odor, yellow or yellowish brown. Float lightly in the water. So I think this is enough to know for you. By checking those points, you can know the condition of your intestinal environment. Then, 3 points to improve your intestinal environment. The first one is to have a glass of water. When you wake up in the morning, as soon as you get up, drink a glass of water. This alone stimulates and activates the intestines. And have breakfast. So it will be the ideal morning to start a day. The second point is intake of fermented foods and fiber. Fermented foods include cheese, kimchi, pickles, natto, and yogurt. Food high in dietary fiber include almonds, burdock, avocado, mushrooms, etc. Try to eat fiber in every meal. Garlic, bananas, pumpkins, red paprika, for example, will also help with intestinal preparation and help with fatigue recovery. Recommended drinks for constipation relief. Coffee is rich in oligosaccharides that feed on bifidobacterium. In addition, the caffeine contained in coffee is expected to promote the movement of the large intestine. So try to take 2 to 3 cups a day. Milk, yogurt drink. These are rich in bifidobacteria that regulate the intestinal environment. Green tea latte, it's my favorite. So green tea contains abundant dietary fiber. Latte or milk ingredients improve the intestinal environment and eliminate constipation. Yogurt. Since yogurt contains plenty of good bacteria, such as lactic acid bacteria and bifidobacteria, it can be expected to be effective in eliminating constipation and improving rough skin. So, try to eat yogurt 3 hours before bedtime. So far I have read that various foods are effective in boosting immunity. But the intestinal environment and the function of immune cells differ greatly from person to person. Therefore, eating certain foods, for example like banana only, does not increase your immunity alone. Also, just because something worked for other person does not mean that it will work for another person. So, it is most important to eat a well-balanced meal while being aware of nutrients that have the effect of enhancing immunity. Divine teaching said that true nutrition is to eat what you want, whenever you want, up to 80% of your stomach capacity. So, your body knows what you really need. The third point to improve your intestinal environment is to practice, divine light for constipation relief. Our body has a function of excreting harmful substances that have accumulated in whole our body. Of these, 75% are detoxified by defecation. Having defecation every day enhances your immunity and makes your body and mind feel refreshed and healthy. Now, from Houston, Ayano Doshi will tell us the divine light spot for constipation relief. So, Ayano!
Thank you very much, Miyuki-san. Hello, everyone. I'm Ayano from Houston, Texas Center. Today, we are going to practice the divine light to vital the spot for constipation relief. Some of you may be by yourself, and some of you have a kami-kumite at home and pair up with them. I will explain to you the 2 ways to give divine light. One is giving divine light by yourself, and another is giving divine light to others. And also, time is kind of limited. What we are going to do is to find the spot and to learn how to give divine light. Alright, let's get started. I have I have Nanaka here. Hello. She will help me to explain how to give a divine light to the spot for constipation relief. Okay? At the center, before you begin the divine light session, you make a prayer formally, like 2 bows and 3 hands claps. But today, we begin the divine light session with 3 hand claps. So let's make a 3 hand claps together. 1, 2. The first spot is on your back side. Those who are pairing up with a person, please lay down on your stomach. And those who are giving a divine light by yourself, please stay seated. Okay, Nanaka-chan, please lay down on your stomach. So there is a dent on your upper side of the hip. There usually has heat when you are constipated. The heat absorbs water from your intestine, and it's gonna be one of the cause. So when you find the warm spot on your hip, please start give divine light. And also when you find the warm spot, you are using your palm to find the spot and give a divine light. So we keep on going to next spot. We recommend you to give a divine light to each spot for 2 to 3 minutes. So we will give. Next, we are going to work on your front side. When we give a divine light ourselves, we lay down on your back. So everyone, please lay down on your back. Please find your navel, belly button, and find the hard spot around the navel. So performer will ask the receiver to point their navel. Please point the navel. Okay. You may push the below your navel, upper side of your navel, and the right side and left side. And please find hard spot around your navel. When you find hard spot, and start giving divine light toward the spot. You can imagine that divine light is penetrating the spot. So if you find several hard spots, you can give a divine light to them one by one. Okay, when you finish the spot, you are going to work 4 corners of the large intestine. Wastes tend to get stuck around these spots easily. We are going to work on the right side of the large intestine. The first spot is located inside of your groin. please find the hard spot. And when you find the hard spot, please start giving divine light. The next spot is located inside of your rib cage on the right side. Okay, and you are going to move to left side. I'm going to other side. The next spot is located inside of your rib cage. Here.
I think so.
I can hear the noise from here. When you find the hard spot, please start giving a divine light to that spot. Divine light is penetrating the spot. The last spot is located inside of your groin. And when you find the hard spot, please start giving the divine light. Nanaka-chan,
Yes.
could you show me how to find the spot by yourself?
Okay.
So those who are giving a divine light by yourself, you can find the hard spot like this. Then you can give a divine light. Then imagine that divine light penetrating the spot. Okay. Okay, we are all done. I hope you enjoyed this class, and I encourage you to keep practicing divine light at home. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, please send questions with a text message to the live link. We got questions from Kamikumite. Nanaka-chan, could you read questions out?
Of course. How often can I give divine light to the spots for the constipation relief?
Give divine light to each spot once a day is what we recommend. There are 9 spots as we learned today. For more information, you can always ask doshis. I will give it back to Miyuki-san.
Thank you very much, Ayano. It was great practice. So, at the end of today's live class, I would like to show you how to make miso soup, a Japanese fundamental food that boosts immunity. Miso is a fermented food made with soybeans and rice malt. Miso soup can be made with many different vegetables containing dietary fiber. Miso helps maintain good bacteria balance in your intestine by increasing the good bacteria in your gut, which helps in the creation of immune cells. So in Japan, people eat 1 or 2 bowls of miso soup a day. I recommend you to eat it especially in the morning. So that will be the ideal start of the day. So let's cook this simple and healthy soup. So I'm ready. So now we have all ingredients to make miso soup. Let me introduce you to the ingredients for making the dashi broth first. Here, for 4 cups, so 4 cups of water and 1 cup loosely packed dried bonito flakes. So bonito flakes is so fluffy like this, and it smells so good. So it comes in the package like this. And also it comes in this kind of package. So it has a paperback inside and there is a bonito powder inside. So it's very useful and easy to use it. But if you don't find this, don't worry, you can just use the vegetable broth or chicken broth. If you don't have any of them, don't worry, you can just use the water to make the soup, dashi, to make the dashi broth. And now the ingredients for making the miso soup. So this time I chosen the ingredients which helps us to clean our intestinal environment and also that give the energy and power to boost our immune system. So those are tofu. So I chosen this time organic tofu form. You can also choose the silken tofu. And the mushrooms includes a lot of fiber, as you know well. And the burdock too, a lot of fiber in it. And the very, very nutritious vegetables, that is carrot and daikon radish and Japanese pumpkin. So for making the miso soup for 4 cups, you can just take a little portion of each ingredient. You don't have to use all of them. And then you cannot miss it to make the miso soup, that is miso paste. So it comes in this type of plastic container and also in the plastic bag like this. So there are 2 kinds of miso, white miso or red miso. The white miso is a little sweeter and the red miso is a little bit bitter. So you can choose which you like. Okay, thank you. So this is all ingredients for making the very delicious and powerful miso soup. So now we have all ingredients to make delicious and powerful miso soup. After doing the grocery, I recommend you to give divine light to all ingredients. At least we want to give divine light 15 minutes. So, and in this time, as the virus could come from the various way, I just want to make sure I give divine light 30 minutes, double of time. So at least let's give divine light 15 minutes and then we are ready for making the miso soup. One, two, three, ha! Now the ingredients are ready. Bonito flake, burdock, Japanese pumpkin and mushroom, daikon radish, carrot, miso paste, tofu, and scallions. So now we are going to make dashi broth with bonito flake. Here we are ready the hot water. Be careful. Yeah. It's boiling enough. Hot. Okay, so then, wow, add the bonito, when the water is boiled, add the bonito flakes. If using like this. Ooh. And let the water comes to a rapid simmer, and then simmer the broth for 1 minute. It's so beautiful. So now it's 1 minute, then remove the pot from the heat. Okay, and then I'm going to strain the bonito from the dashi. 1, 2, 3, hot. Good. So here the dashi, the bonito bread, we made a dashi broth. So if you don't have a bonito flake, you can use just a water or the vegetable broth or the chicken broth. So we continue make a miso soup. Here there is a bonito broth. So pour the dashi into a pot, back to a pot, and simmer over medium-high heat. Yes, good. And then add vegetables into the dashi broth until and cook it. Vegetables until the vegetables are cooked well. So I start from pumpkin, Japanese squash, and burdocks, and daikon radish. Looks already yummy. And more, the carrot. Wow, it's so beautiful. Just to see this, it must be very delicious. And also we want to add some mushrooms. Okay, and we continue cooking until vegetables are cooked well. So next, mix the miso with half cup hot broth. Place the miso in a small bowl. And pour scoop out about 1 cup of the broth and pour it over the miso. And we pour it. All right. And whisk with a chopsticks or a fork until the miso is entirely dissolved in the water and no lumps remain. So now reduce the heat to medium-low. And add the tofu to the broth. So simmer just enough to warm the tofu 1 to 2 minutes. And then pour the dissolved miso into the broth. And do not boil the soup once the miso has been added. So then, just before serving, scatter the scallions over the top of the soup. As much as you like. And pour the miso into individual bowls and serve. It looks so yummy. We have some mushroom and a daikon radish. So let me take some more, the kabocha and the carrot. Alright. Ta-da! The delicious miso soup is ready. The miso soup is best when served fresh, so it will settle a bit as it sits in the broth. Before just eating, whisk briefly with the chopsticks or the spoon to mix the soup again and enjoy it. Let's try. Okay. いただきます。It smells so good. And whisk with the chopsticks a little bit. Delicious. Oh, it was so delicious soup. So, how was today's live event? Please try the foods and Divine Light spot to improve your intestinal environment and boost your immunity. Okay, thank you very much. Now I have some questions from you. Thank you. Then the first question. Is it possible to eliminate constipation with non-caffeine coffee? That's very good question. Thank you. So the answer is yes and no. So there are mainly two types of non-caffeine coffee. The first one is decaf coffee. I think you know it very well. So decaf coffee still has antioxidants that may have some beauty and health benefits. However, as it's decaffeine coffee, it may not eliminate constipation. Then the other one is the coffee made of caffeine-free roasted barley coffee. It is very popular in Italy as espresso. It has 40 times more fiber than white rice. Wow! So I think it is an ideal drink. A coffee, it's non-caffeine and effective in relieving constipation and improving immunity.
In what other ways, besides healthy foods, can I do to improve immunity?
Yes, one of the enemy is stress. So the answer would be avoid the stress by being a positive thinker, being thankful, looking for opportunity to grow in adversity, being loving, being respectful, having a smile on your face, and so on. Being thankful is the most powerful way to be free from stress and to improve immunity.
Thank you very much.
I will give it back to Miyuki-san.
Then the next question is, in what other ways I can eat miso? The answer is, yes, you can make salad dressings using miso and other ingredients. There are many ways to use the miso, and also you can use it as part of dip for vegetables or as a spread for sandwiches. So to me, at home, I just cut the vegetables and like a cucumber, carrot, and celery, and make a stick salad and mix the miso with mayonnaise, and I use it as dip. It's so delicious. Also, you can try making hummus adding miso. It also serves as a natural preservative. So you will find your favorite using the miso in the various ways. Please enjoy it. I wish you all happiness with a healthy body, mind, and spirit. Next time, on Saturday, May 16th, the divine teaching will be introduced by Ayadoshi from Hawaii, and divine light practice by Christian Doshi from California. Thank you very much for staying with us today, and see you next time.